In this video, I want to share with you one of our favorite new blends, the 5 mushroom drinking chocolate. In this blend, we've taken all the amazing benefits from medicinal mushrooms and added them into hot chocolate. Why do we do this? Well, chocolate happens to be one of the best carriers for bringing other substances into the body. What I mean by this is it helps open up the permeability in the gut and allow for the liver to become more active and draw these mushrooms deeper into the system. Same thing can go with coffee, but chocolate happens to just have all those other health benefits to it. So the mushrooms we use in this blend are the 5 top mushrooms that have been used around the world and learned about around the world to have the most significant health benefits. And these are Reishi, Chaga, lion's mane, turkey tail, and Cordyceps. Now I want to share with you a little bit about the health benefits of each mushroom and make you a drink in this so you can see how easy it is to work with a blend like this. So first off, I want to talk about the medicinal mushrooms. Why do we want to work with medicinal mushrooms? Well, at Harmonic Arts, we are mushroom crazy. We have so many different ways in which we like to incorporate them into the modern day lifestyle. So this just happens to be one of the easiest upgrades that we can work with. Literally, we just add hot water and stir. But why do we want to work with these? Well, specifically, medicinal mushrooms contain some branch polysaccharides that have immunomodulating properties. They also have another group of chemicals called triterpenes, and between these two, they've shown to help enhance our immune system and basically give the body a higher education so that it can be more responsive and reactive to imbalances and stimuli from the world around us. It's like putting us through college education, but literally on a chemical level. So these branch polysaccharides that are found in the medicinal mushrooms are like long chain carbon molecules. If you imagine 1 or 2 chairs being like a sugar, well, these are like an entire coliseum of chairs. There's thousands upon thousands of them, and it creates this kind of Aztec glyph-like structure that is more like a roadmap for how to work with the world around us. So this helps our immune system go through that higher education so it can be more adaptable and more functional. This is why we start to see so many benefits from working with mushrooms. Not just for people who are autoimmune or people who are immune deficient, bringing them up to a better level of function, but also for all kinds of things like cardiovascular health, insomnia, respiratory conditions, grounding. There's many, many different ways in which these mushrooms have shown to be quite beneficial for the body. So the first one is reishi. This is one of my favorite mushrooms. Why? Because the byline in China is to protect the academic from their own mind. Whoa, to ground us, to refocus us, to tune us back into Gaian consciousness, so to speak. In this sense, this mushroom has been used for thousands upon thousands of years and has a rich history in Asian culture as one of the herbs of immortality. Now, of course, we can't live forever, but reishi is one of those herbs that'll help keep our system toned, healthy, and strong for a long time. So they use it for cardiovascular health, they use it for calming down anxiety and asthma. I love this mushroom for ADD, but I also love it for that kind of insomnia or the monkey mind, just to kind of bring us back down. Of course, there are so many other benefits to this, like radioprotective for the liver, as well as just enhancing overall health and vitality. The second mushroom in this blend is called chaga. Now, chaga has gained a lot of fame in the last few years, and it is one of the Siberian secrets for health. And why that is because it has a lot of these branch polysaccharides in it that are immune modulating, but also it's super high in antioxidants. In fact, when they put this on the ORAC scale, which is an antioxidant reactive kind of scale to tell us how potent antioxidants are, it went through the roof. This thing was higher than any other antioxidant we found, including the next highest, which is chocolate, which of course is the base of this blend. Other than that, it has some anti-inflammatory properties and has been used in Russia for all kinds of tumor systems and immune response. It's great for gut inflammation, and if you Google it and the word cancer, you're gonna get probably a few 100,000 hits. This is one of those ones that's gained a lot of popularity. Now, of course, the next mushroom in here that I want to talk about is Cordyceps, and I've got these little caterpillars. The Cordyceps we have in this is actually a vegetarian-based Cordyceps, so it's not grown on a caterpillar like this, but this is one of the most famous mushrooms in China for its ability to enhance what they call Jing and restore the Jing, which is really the kidney adrenal energy, kind of that pre-ancestral qi in Chinese medicine that you come into life with. So this mushroom is that in that sense. It helps to enhance that. It's used in Chinese medicine for altitude sickness, which means when we're way too high and we can't breathe properly, it'll help us open up the lungs. So it does this not just at high altitudes, but also when we're in need of more oxygenation to the cells. Kind of like giving more of a bore to the lungs. So it opens up the lungs and allows us to breathe deeper and get better oxygenation flow to the body. So this helps with lactic acid buildup in the muscles, but it's also really beneficial for stress and adrenal fatigue and any kind of adrenal overstress. So more stamina, but also oxygen flow. Next, we have the turkey tail. Turkey tail is become very famous in the Asian culture. Why? Because of its anti-tumoral properties. In fact, it's more specific for the liver, but there's been a lot of ways in which turkey tail has become one of their more famous mushrooms for working with tumor systems. This is used in Japan to help increase the body's ability to be resistant to chemotherapy. They say up to 400 times better recovery rate from chemotherapy. So it's prescribed and given freely to people who are going through cancer treatment. The next mushroom that we have in here is one called lion's mane. And I like to joke that this is the one that I can't remember what it's good for. Why? Because it's good for memory, of course. So lion's mane helps work with neuroplasticity and helps stimulate the body to produce more nervous system development. Also, it's been shown to help increase the myelin sheath and the reproduction and protection of the nerve cells individually. So we're using this for things like MS and Parkinson's, and I've even seen a lot of people with dementia and Alzheimer's and ADD have huge benefits from this. I've had a lot of people tell me that autism, lion's mane is one of the best things for it. So beyond that, when you put them all together, what we find is that most of the science shows us that multi-mushroom blends are more effective than singles. I think it's important for us to learn a little bit about cacao too. Now I know, everyone knows about cacao. It's food of the gods. Cacao gives us that oxytocin bliss feeling in the brain, that So it's used for antidepressant in that sense, but it also has tons of antioxidants. Now, it's important that we get a high quality cacao. Now I'd say that 70-80% of the cacao on the market comes from places where it did not originally exist. Cacao is a Central and South American plant. So all the cacao that we use at Harmonic Arts is a heirloom variety of the Ariba nacional species, which is grown in Ecuador at a fairly high altitude, but also by vibrationally tuned in people who are really caring about quality. So in that sense, when you have a good quality cacao, you're gonna get all of the benefits of those antioxidants, but it also gives us a little more stamina and energy. It's full of vitamins and minerals, and it's just an overall great herb, or food in this case, to add into our body. Now there's lots more on cacao, but that's basically the idea of it. I like to think that chocolate is a taxi driver. What do I mean by that? Chocolate helps drive other things into the body better. So we like to make medicinally active chocolates. In this case, medicinally mushroom active chocolate has that much more benefit to working with the medicinal mushrooms, opening up the liver and increasing the absorption and bioavailability. To make this, simply all we need to do is add hot water and stir. But what we're gonna do today is make a little bit of a hot tonic elixir. This is an idea of modifying it to increase and slow down its absorption. When we slow the absorption down, we get more of those nutrients driven deeper into the tissues. So for starters, I'm just gonna open this up, and we are gonna add in 1 scoop into our blender, and then all we're gonna add in is a bit of hot water and a little coconut oil. That's the base of our elixir. The coconut oil is gonna slow the absorption down, and it's just gonna add some of that creamy fat content so that those fat-soluble vitamins become more bioavailable. 1 scoop and 1 scoop of coconut oil. 1 tablespoon is enough for a cup. You could add extra honey if you like it really sweet. Also at this point, you could add in other herbs, tinctures, powders, whatever you want to make this concoction more suited to your fancy. I like using the blender because it really whips and emulsifies that cacao and the coconut oil into a nice blend. Other fats we could use, just so you know, are butter or ghee or MCT oil or any of these kind of saturated oils. Wow, that smells good. Here you go. Wow. that is so simple and so good, just as it is. So we know in herbal medicine that compliance is king, and when it comes to feeding your kids things that are gonna increase their immune system, they gotta want to take it. So one of the things about hot chocolate is it's an easy upgrade for people to say, hey kids, you want a hot chocolate? Of course they're gonna be like, yes we do! And it tastes like one of the best hot chocolates you may have ever tried. So you can see how easy it is to make your own 5 mushroom hot chocolate. Literally add water and stir, or put it in a blender with a little coconut oil. Thanks for joining me. I hope you get out and try the 5 mushroom drinking chocolate from Harmonic Arts. This is definitely one of our favorites, and I would say that our customers have been stoked to start working with this blend. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to drink more of this. Thanks for joining me. Ciao for now.